So hello everyone, welcome to the new day and new vlog. You must have seen in yesterday's vlog that there was an extra German class and also I had to give a presentation. So today I thought that I'll discuss about that experience, the overview, the guidelines that the professor told us, and how was the overall experience because it was quite special and unique. I would say this was my first German presentation in Germany, so it was quite surprising as well. And how I received the feedback and what is the overall procedure. So if I start, then we have been told by our German professor that you can choose any topic, although there are some recommended topics in the textbook. You can pick that as well. And suppose I got the topic migration. So she provided us a template. In the template we have the points, obviously the lines written in German, that how we can start our presentation, how we can say that okay, this is my first point, this is my second point, this is my third point, and at last I would like to say this, thank you so much. So these one or two lines were given to us by the professor so that we can form a template and how we'll structure our presentation. Now the thing is, she told us that since some of the people are giving this type of presentation for the first time, so you can use maybe you can write your presentation in a copy, you can use the template, you can see through it, because it's about practicing your speaking skill, how you are able to present your points, how you are able to present your knowledge, and how you are able to express yourself. So I think it was quite a different experience. And if I start, then I chose the topic migration. So the guidelines that the professor told was, or in the book it was written, that we have to discuss 4 points. First, that so when some people migrate, for them, suppose they move to a new home or they shift to a new home. So a new home, does it always mean new happiness? The second point was that how is your personal experience regarding migration. So you have to discuss about maybe yourself, about how you feel about migration. In the third point, we have to tell about in our home country, like why people migrate. Maybe some people come to India or some people go out of India, so what are the reasons for it. And in the fourth point, we have to discuss about the advantages or disadvantages that you feel for migration. So migration is just one of the topics. The people chose different topics because when this thing started, the presentation, so some people chose maybe education field, some people chose about their home country, how's the economic situation in their home country. I chose the topic migration. So what I did was, since we had this template, okay, but this is how I'll start my presentation, or how I will write or structure the paragraph. Now, as I told you, we have to make 4 paragraphs. First, does new home means new luck, new happiness. Second thing, that what is your personal experience. Third thing, about your home country situation. And the fourth thing is advantages and disadvantages. So I structured it, and then I wrote that down in my tablet. And what I did was, one day before the presentation, I went to the professor and I showed her the my writing part. So what she did was, there were some I think grammatical issues, so she corrected that and she told me that this is how you can modify your sentence, this is how you can write it. So I think this is one of the important things to learn as well, because your writing part also gets improved. It's not you directly have to speak in German, you will first have to write in German and then you have to give the presentation. So she corrected that. And yesterday when I went to the class, so for the first half the lecture continued. The professor taught some topics and we practiced some grammar topics. And after that, once the break was over, she told that okay, Nishant will now give the presentation in German. So I had to go in front of the class, obviously with my tablet, so I can read through the tablet. The professor told that you can keep your notebook, your reference point, because you can see the points, so that you can practice on your speaking skill as well. You can see what you're about to say, how you have to take the pauses, suppose if you have put comma in multiple places, or how you are means providing the tone to the sentence, right, if you are stressing on certain parts of the sentence or not. So that was quite interesting. And one of the important things is, there is no time limit. You can speak how much you want. It's not like you have to speak for 3 minutes, for 10 minutes. Some people spoke maybe for I don't know, but less than 4 minutes, some people spoke more than 4 minutes, but it's how much you want to speak and how much you want to express yourself. So there was no restrictions to it, and I think it is good also because everyone came to improve themselves and to express themselves and their points in German, and everyone, I think, was learning from each other about how to connect with people, because some people who discussed about their situations in their home country, or why they feel migration is important for them or for their family. So I think it was also good to for them to express themselves and to tell about their stories in front of the class. So that was quite interesting. For my presentation, I told about my experience. So especially in the personal experience part, which was the second point, so we had to tell that what I used to do and why I thought to migrate, or why I thought to come to Germany. Although professor highlighted one point that if you are coming here in Germany, you are just studying and going back, that is quite questionable, that will it be counted in migration or not. But migration, she told that if some people come here and they want to change their country, or they want to settle in that particular country, so in that aspect one has to speak. But I think it depends on everyone's point of view, and everyone's point of view is different. So I express my points, and also about the why people like from other countries come to India. Maybe sometimes they come for 3-4 months, sometimes they come for maybe a month or 2 months. Like one of the person who was also from India, he highlighted one point that some people come to India for meditation, or for to practice spiritual practices. So I think that was also one of the good points that he highlighted. So it's about your own personal views, and what you feel about yourself, what you feel, what is your point of view regarding a particular topic, and how well you can express that in German. Now the thing is, once these entire 4 sections are over, now the thing is, your presentation is over. After that, the professor asked people in the class that if you have any queries, you can ask to that person. But the thing is, you have to ask the question in German. So I think it was also quite interesting and surprising that once I was done with my presentation, some people asked some questions, for example related to this aspect, that what is the cost of masters in India, like you decided to do masters in Germany, so how do you think is the cost comparative to Germany, and all these things. So but they asked these questions in German. And one of the person also asked that for how much time you were like you highlighted you were means in India also you were living away from home, like in hostels or some other place. So he asked regarding that question, but in German. So it was quite interesting to listen the question in German and to answer them in German as well. But we have to try, like sometimes we try to understand and we try to answer that, and professor was there to correct our German. And if suppose one of the verb abhängt, so she said I think I skipped ab part. So she told me that 2 times you skipped up, so you have to include that while speaking that verb. So that was quite interesting. And once the question answer session was done, then professor told her viewpoints, like how was your tone, how was your speech, like for some people maybe like she might highlight the point that you are speaking either too fast or too slow, you need to increase your voice or not. So regarding the aspects like the grammar, how you structured your presentation, for how much time you spoke, right, and how you were stressing or giving tone to the sentences. So all these points she covered and she highlighted. And she I would say that she tried to, although she gave her the reviews, but she tried to appreciate people as well, because like each one of us was giving this type of presentation for the first time, I think, because for me also it was my first time giving a presentation in German, especially in Germany in front of the class. So it was quite unique. And the other students, they were listening quite, I think, carefully. And then when everyone's presentation got over, so after that everyone clapped, and then they asked their question. So it's not just out of curiosity, people might to know other people as well, because in our German class there are people from different countries. So when they tell about their stories of a certain topic, then sometimes a curious question might occur as well, that okay, so how is the education system in your country, and why do you feel the economic situation is good in Germany, or how do you feel the economic situation is in your country. So it's a good healthy discussion, I would say. And it is quite beneficial. So I would say that if some of you will be joining the German evening classes and you get a chance to give the presentation in German, then I think you can try, because it's a good learning experience. And for me, on a personal level, I think it's a good experience. I learned I had to work on my writing skill as I gave my text to the professor, and we got an idea that if we have to present a topic, how we have to structure it, how we have to start a topic, how we have to end a topic, and how we have to stand in front of the class, and how we can encounter questions when people in the class ask those queries. So for me, the experience was superb. My topic was migration, and it was very good. So that's it for this vlog, and I hope you get some information, some idea that how a presentation task might take place, because I think only some of the classes are left, and then our exam will also be scheduled in some time. So it's a good practice. Although in exam, in university exam, we don't have this expression section, but I think it helps us for listening skill, for reading skill, and for the writing skill part as well. So that's it, and I'll end this vlog now. Rest like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye, ciao ciao, namaste, chalo, see you in new day, new vlog.